Here we go.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to demonstrate an ASR RTC Blair adjustment, and we're going to go through it from the x-rays all the way through to on the table, protractor setup, stance, and so forth. So here are your Blair protracto views, and in an ASR we're going to measure the left slope angle, which is off the left protracto view. So we'll come in here with our protractor and we'll put that red line along the slope and the horizontal base of the protractor at the horizontal 0 line. And this slope angle happens to be at 34 degrees. So the left slope angle on this particular patient is 34 degrees. Now, one thing I want to stress when you make this adjustment, it's always really important to see where the mastoid is. This is a right transverse contact, remember. So here's the left joint, here's the right convexity, and here is the left lateral mass with the transverse coming off the lateral mass here. And what I want to talk about is where is the transverse process in relationship to the bottom of the mastoid. You want to know what your clearance is. Now, in this particular case, we have plenty of clearance to get in there and make our atlas correction. So always look at your film, see where that transverse is, so you can make that proper contact on your patient.
Zoom on the ASR itself.
So there's the ASR side. That's the right slope angle, which we do not need in the ASR, but just for purposes. Now come over here. Here's the left slope. Okay, so we'll go over to the table.
Left slope right here.
Okay, so ASR, just for demonstration purposes, you're looking at this person from P to A. This is the left convergence, right convergence. In an ASR, the atlas is rotating around the left slope angle, right? So the steeper this angle is, that's going to change the path of the ASR with that particular patient. Again, we just showed you on the x-ray that we take the slope angle off this joint right here, and again, when that vertebra is moving out of position, it's tracking around the left slope, rotating around that left slope, and is locking out of position. Also, remember the right joint has overlapped, and we're going to talk about that here in just a second, so come over to the table. So ASR RTC, the patient is right side up. The slope angle is put at the head of the table, which is this angle right here, and we're going to stand perpendicular to the slope. Come over here. So when this person's in side posture, here's the left joint of the atlas, the right joint, remember, it's tracking along that joint, it's overlapping on the upside. We're standing perpendicular to the slope angle, which is this here, and when we come in, we want to be 90 degrees to the slope, and the reason for that is we're contacting the anterior superior part of the transverse, and the first force in that adjustment is actually opening up the overlap side, and then the torque, the 180 degrees of superior or inferior torque, is actually rolling the bone down around the joint here. So again, just to reiterate, we're standing perpendicular to the right slope. Our stance is staggered. Our episternal notch should be 1 inch posterior superior of the right transverse. We're going to palpate for the anterior superior surface, and we're going to make a clockwise tissue torque with our left hand, right, tissue pull, to get all the slack out of the way. So here we are, we make our tissue pull. We're again 1 inch posterior superior to right pisiform contact. We're perpendicular to the slope, and our ulna is coming back down through our stance line. And in slow motion, again, it's 180 degrees of superior torque, just like this. So here's what it looks like in real time. There's the adjustment.